Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? So today in the mail, I got a very nice package. I got this new knife, and it is the Kansept Fenrir. Yeah, look at that. That is a good looking knife. So I was browsing online, and I have never had a knife with Timascus before. So I was looking through some, various websites and retailers, and I was just looking for an affordable option for a knife with some Timascus on it. And this had some really good looking Timascus, and the lines of the knife really kind of attracted me. I was like, that is really unique. It's got like this harpoon spear blade and this beautiful Timascus inlay and a titanium kind of reverse bolster. So really, really unique design. I actually unboxed it, and I was doing a video while I was unboxing it, and um, it had my shipping information on it. So needless to say, I didn't I didn't upload that one. But when I first got the knife out of the box and I started flipping it, and it just had this really like grindy, not yeah, it wasn't smooth, it was rough, and I'm like, what is going on here? There's something and some knives do require a break-in, but this was really noticeable. So I've got quite a few other knives, and really they didn't come that way, so it was a little bit of a shock at first. But I started well, first off, I used a little KPL, and I hit the detent ball, and I hit a little bit of lube up in the bearings, and then I just started messing with it, and it worked itself out. I blew some compressed air in there, and whatever it was, maybe there was some metal from machining or something in there that was holding it up a little bit. Whatever it was, it's not there anymore. So thankfully that's gone. Yeah. And the action is pretty good. Thumb stud's really good. You can reverse flick it. Thumb front flipper, which this is my only my second front flipper knife. Get this box out of the way. My other one is the Wii Cybernetic, which the front flipper is totally different on that knife. It's more, it comes over this way and you go kind of like that, and this is more of a horn. Both work well. I got to get used to this one. Like I said, this knife appears to require some break-in. So, like I said, it was a little rough at first, and it keeps getting smoother. I know this knife is running on bearings. Yeah, it definitely has bearings in it. This knife, one thing I did notice about it right away, it locks up solid. I mean, there is zero play. It is rock solid. I mean, I can really put some force on it, and it doesn't move at all. There's a stop pin, and it's shoulder a little bit back here that locks into it, and the lockup's really, really tight. I think the stop pin hits the lay down here and see. Yeah, so you've got plenty of life to sharpen the blade. Thumb studs are really good on this knife. Front flipper I do have to get used to. So it's definitely not the knife. It's more my technique, because it's fine. Access to the lock bar is decent. You've got a little cutout there. One of my favorite things so far about this knife, and like I said, I just got it today, so I haven't carried it much, obviously, but I have been carrying it the past 2 or 3 hours and flipping it, trying to break it in. But I did put it in on my pocket quite a bit. This pocket clip is excellent from what I've seen so far. It's nice and contoured. There's no sharp edges anywhere. The handle scales are also contoured, which I really appreciate. That makes the knife feel more comfortable in the hand. You can also obviously choke up on this knife with that really big choil in the front, and then your thumb kind of nestles right in there. Some good ergonomics on this knife, really good. The handle gets a little bit bigger as it tapers. Full 4-finger grip on this, and then you can choke up as well. So yeah, I could see this being, a good user. They do have some other variants of this knife, actually quite a few. They've got, some with G10, some with JG10. They've got a micarta version, and I believe a carbon fiber one as well. So, a lot of options with this knife, but the Timascus one was definitely the one that interested me the most. They had a Damascus blade as well, not Damasteel, but Damascus. Really nice looking Damascus blade. That one's pretty much sold out. You might still be able to find this one. I found it on Blade HQ, and it was I think $260. The other variants are, below 200. The ones that I saw that they had still in stock. But yeah, this knife is, obviously haven't used it or anything yet, but initial impressions were bad. And then after a little bit of time, the initial impressions, I would say now are good. So yeah, that grindy feeling is gone. Action's much better. Blade's just really cool looking. Nice satin finish on it. With that poon swedge thing. This is S35VN on the blade steel, if I didn't mention that. And the designer is Greg Schaub. His name is also on the blade. And his logo, which I didn't even bring up either. But kind of a cool logo. It's like a bird skull. I don't know. Pretty cool looking, though. So far, initial impressions are good. I really like the knife. I'm glad this is my first Timascus knife that I've added to my collection, and I got to tell you, it's pretty cool looking. Well, thanks for joining me tonight, guys and gals. That's going to do it. That is the Kansept Fenrir. Yeah. Great knife so far. Have a good night.